start messy. That is something that I have been hearing over and over again. Just do it, just go for it, just start messy. And it's come up more than once. And so this is me starting messy. I have decided that I wanted to start making podcasts, and I've had more than one person tell me that I should make podcasts because, oh, you have such a great voice for podcasting, or people would love to listen to you. You can talk about so many things. And my mom specifically, I leave her a lot of memos throughout the day. Not every day, but sometimes it's like I have a lot in my mind, and I'll just leave her like 3 hours of memos, and throughout the, not all at once, but throughout the day. It'll be like 10 minutes of this and 5 minutes of that, and like it just piles on, and she will listen to it while she's working, and she said she enjoys listening to my memos. And so I did a poll once of like, hey, if I was to do a podcast, would you want it on, it's my thunder, would you want it on YouTube, would you want it on TikTok, would you want it on Spotify, whatever. I got 0 responses, and I was like, all right. So I decided, instead of asking people for their opinion, like, if I was to make a podcast, what would you want me to talk about? Where would you want me to upload my content to? Would you like to have video footage, like a visual? Or do you want it to just be my voice? And so you can just play it and whatever. I gotta show how cute he is.
Hey Thunder, say hi. You're so beautiful.
So, as I was saying, I had to show my baby, because, like, of course. Anyways, so then it hit me that it was like, instead of asking other people for their opinion, maybe I should just decide what is best for me. So I have a very busy schedule. I work for multiple people. I'm a pet sitter. I'm a photographer, but at the moment that is not really flowing, unfortunately. But it's summertime, so a lot of people are traveling and they're busy. So the summertime has usually been a slow, I don't know, sometimes it's been a busy time for me, and other times it's a slow time for me. So it just depends on if people are getting married in the summer, and then if not, I usually don't have a lot of bookings. So the summertime has usually been when people who are getting married would book me. Otherwise, it's just a dead season. So, anyways, so besides photography and filming, and pet sitting, I also have someone who I am sort of like a caregiver to, and the days that I work for her fluctuate from week to week. It's not the same, and the hours are long, and sometimes I wish they were not. And I think too, it may just come back to me saying, I gotta go. I can't stay till 6 o'clock at night, and it's just a lot of work. And so because I don't have like a typical job, my schedule fluctuates from week to week. It's always different, it's always changing. And so I decided to myself, thinking about what would be the easiest for me, what would be the most time efficient for me. And because then I started thinking about my camera, and I was thinking about how I love my Sony camera. I love the quality that it produces, but I also thought about my microphone, and I thought, it just has such a nice sound if I can hook up my microphone. But my microphone works like with a laptop, so I would have to plug it up to a laptop to start recording my audio. And so I would have to have the laptop and my microphone hooked up to it to be recording my audio. Then I would have to have my Sony camera recording at the same time, and I would have to have that probably on a tripod of some sort. And then I have to finally, when I get to record my video. Okay, great. But then I have to upload all of this content. So I have to upload the audio to match the video, and I have to take the memory card out of the camera, put it into the laptop, upload my footage. I mean, you see that there's a lot of work that starts going into this, and it's just like the equivalent of burning a lot of calories. Is a lot of exercise. It takes a lot of time. And so I was trying to think, how can we shorten the process and make it easier, make it simpler, burn less calories, if you will. And I decided for now, I think I would just use my phone, make a video, put an audio on there. Maybe one day I could use a microphone that syncs up with your camera, and maybe I could wear that or something to have better audio. But I think my phone, I've made video logs before for people, and I've made videos on my phone before, and it picked up my audio, like my voice, and I listened to the audio, and I thought, I think this sounds pretty good as it is. So I don't really feel the need to have all these gimmicks and all this equipment and use this. And I've made the professional looking videos before, and like I said, it's just a lot. It's a lot to process. And it's a lot of hookups, and it's just a really big setup. And I thought, what if I just, and I think that's one of the reasons why I haven't started making a podcast yet, is because it is so much involved. When I think about setting up the camera, making sure the memory card is cleaned off, adjusting my settings, hooking up a microphone to my laptop to start recording, and make sure everything is plugged in and everything sounds right, and then sit down and finally start recording. It's just a lot to it. Whereas if I just start talking to my phone, the video on here, and it's already recording, it's done, and then just upload it straight to YouTube from my phone. Whereas if I was to use my camera, I have to upload it, and then which I would want to edit it and make it look really nice, and maybe add graphics or a title sequence or whatever. I like to do all of that. I love the editing process, but again, it's very time consuming, and I think that's another reason why I have put making podcasts on the back burner, because I think to myself, that's a lot of editing, and I already have projects that I've pre-recorded that need to be edited and added to YouTube. So I thought, I don't want to make a podcast and then I have to edit that on top of these other projects that I'm working on. These other projects that have already been pre-filmed, and they need to be edited and uploaded. And now I'm going to throw podcasts into the mix, like making these episodes, and then I have to edit those as well. And I already have this stuff. So then it was like, well, I think I should just work on what I already have, edit those, put those videos together, and then later I can get started on podcasts. And then it kind of hit me. I also watched another video on YouTube where a guy was like, just start messy, just start, just start, was the caption on his video, just start. And I've heard that from other places, like start trying, start messy. It doesn't have to be perfect. And that's one thing he was talking about, is it doesn't have to be perfect. Just start messy, find, take this time to discover your style and the way that you want to do things, and just start messy. And I've heard that before, and it was like, it doesn't have to be perfect. It's just a podcast. I'm just sharing my thoughts, and I'm going to be talking about topics that are real life experiences that I've had and things that I've learned. And I feel like some of these things could potentially be important, like something that somebody needs to hear. And it's things that I've been thinking about, where I'm driving around town and I'll have an idea of a podcast come to my mind, and I do nothing with it. And it's really sad that I don't do anything with it. And I think it's because I feel like I have to have this huge professional setup in front of me. I've got to have really good lighting. I want to have all this stuff behind me. Like, this is just my room, and I like my room. It's my sanctuary. It's really cool when the lights are turned on. And so I like this setup, but it's like I want it to look nice and polished. I want to look professional, because I do everything with, I'm sorry, a car was going through the neighborhood. I do everything with, excellence if I possibly can, if I can do it to the best of my ability, because as a professional photographer and videographer, I know what it takes to make high quality looking content. I know that it helps to have different lighting. It helps to have a nice solid background. It's cool to have some stuff in the background, like maybe a painting, maybe some plants. You know, it's cool, but you don't want it too busy like this. You don't want it too cluttered. You want it to look very nice. You want that ambiance. You want it simple, minimalistic, whatever. I know it sounds great when you have the high quality microphone and you can talk directly into it and it picks up your voice and it sounds high quality. I know that, you know, if you can have background music playing, that's cool. I know that all of these things play a factor into making a high quality video. So, as someone who does this professionally, it's like I want to go all in, go all out, make it look high quality and professional, or I don't want to do it at all. And at this point in time, sorry, I was looking, I thought I heard something. At this point in time, it's like, you know, it's just not practical. Because of my lifestyle, because my schedule fluctuates, because my schedule is always changing, it's not the same, it's not consistent. I know I can look ahead at what my week is going to hold, and like I know on these days I'm working, just don't know. Like I know at this time I start at this time, and this day I can show up whenever, but there's no like consistent pattern of how long I will work for or when I'll get to be home, or am I going to go to the gym in the morning or at night, like what time will I be getting home at night. And it's not consistent, and so it's not practical to just be like, oh, every Friday at 10 a.m. I'm going to make a podcast. It doesn't work that way. I can take the time to Okay, I had to stop recording for a second because somebody was revving up their car and it was ridiculously loud. Even my cat noticed. He was like, what was that?
Sitting here, and even he looked out the window like, what the heck? Like, I know, man. I know. Why did they do that? It was so freaking annoying. We ain't got time for that crap.
So anyways, but it's just not practical for me to always have this huge setup because I don't know when I'm going to be able to have a big setup. And also too, like I said, it is very time consuming to have that set up and then edit all of that to make it look professional and clean and move along. And I know that this is when people hire other people to edit their content for them so that they don't have to worry about it and someone else like, oh, I'll just take this and pass it on to you. And I think that's awesome if you financially can afford it. I am at a place though where I cannot financially afford someone to edit and do stuff that I can do myself for free. And I know that I can do it for free and do it for myself, and I know that I can do a bang up job, but I know that it's also very difficult for me. My gosh.
Do you have to be that cute? Do you have to be that cute? You're distracting me, Sandra. Yeah, you. You have to be that cute? You cute little trucker.
I can't with him. So anyways, so I know that I could edit and do like an amazing job. It's just, like I said, it's about the fact that it's time consuming. And so right now it's like I said, I have projects that need to be worked on, need to be uploaded, need to get to them. But I also, at the same time, it's like I really have been thinking about this constantly, like for the past, I don't know, few weeks, I don't know. I've been thinking about it for a while, like months and months, but it's like I've been thinking about it more and more here lately. And so it's like, what if I just start, like the guy said, just start messy. And it was like, what if I don't try so hard to make a podcast? Because I was thinking, if I make a podcast, it's got to go on Spotify. But if I want to upload like that, then I have to record my voice and then go through the licensing thing. And then I would have to pay someone to upload it to their platform so people could hear it. And then again, I'm thinking about all the steps it would take to actually get my content on Spotify. And I'm like, it's just too much work, too much. So then I thought YouTube, because it's free. And then I started thinking, should I do video or should I just do my voice? So then I thought about if I recorded my voice with my phone, I could do that anywhere and just talk into the microphone. I could be doing that when I'm running errands, when I'm out working for this lady that I work for, if I'm working for another client and I'm doing stuff. It's like if I have the moment, the battery life to make a video, then I could be making a video anywhere that I'm at. It might be really noisy, but it is something I could do. I could do it from anywhere at any time, and I could just upload straight to YouTube. It's free and done. And I've made this content, and there you go. Now, I don't think I want to necessarily make a video when I'm walking around in public because it's very distracting. But two, I don't like it just anybody hearing like what I'm talking about, because like when I'm even leaving memos to my mom, if I see someone coming towards me, like I usually will whisper into the microphone or I will just stop talking because it's like, okay, no thanks. It's just like a privacy thing. Like I just don't want anyone hearing what I am saying. So, especially if it's like a dirty joke or something. But, because some of my conversations are not appropriate. But, anyways. So, ooh, stop being so cute. You're so cute. So, anyways, that's when I decided that after thinking about it, I decided, you know what? I think I'm just going to go for it. I think I am just going to make videos with my phone and just upload it straight to YouTube through my phone. That way I have that creative outlet. I have released what's in my head, what I thought about talking about. And like I said, it may not look as professional as I want it to. It may not look as high quality as these other people that I listen to, and I look at their videos and I'm like, man, I love that setup. Like she's behind a desk, they've got the lights, they've got these really cool graphics. I could do all that stuff myself. I'm a graphic designer and a video editor as well as a photographer. I know how to edit sound. I know how to make graphics. I know how to make visual effects. Like I know how to do everything. The coloring, everything. But it goes back to having the time to dedicate to all of that. And if I just had one project, if I just did podcasts, I think that would be one thing. If I just did podcasts, I think it would not be a big deal. Well, I thought he wanted to be held. I guess not. He just wants to lay down beside me. Maybe. So I think if my only project was making podcasts, like filming them and editing them, I think it wouldn't be such a big deal. If my plate was clean and I had like no projects, I think making podcasts, like really high quality looking podcasts or videos for like the internet, I think it wouldn't be such a big deal. But because I have so many projects I'm working on currently, I think it's just not ideal to worry about this huge setup. It's like just record it with your phone and upload it and then there you go. Because it's like I don't know how many people will listen to this. I don't know how long it will take before I'm discovered. I have a little following right now on YouTube. At the current moment that I'm making this video, I have about 116 subscribers. That's it. It's a very low. It recently has climbed since I released my single Take Me to Summer, the music video, and I'm super proud of it. I had so much fun filming it, and that actually got me a few subscribers. And that's another thing that I want to invest my time in, is I want to make more music just for fun, but I want to make more music. And I've been really busy and scratching my head on how the best way to do that is. And I think it's another thing that I just have to figure out when and how and so forth. But I have my music, I have the video projects that I'm working on, as well as my website. I have content that needs to be added to it. And on top of all of that, I have been working on an educational course that I am almost done with. And I'm going to be filming that and uploading it for people to learn, watch, study. They would purchase it to get access to the lessons. And so that's going to be a very big project because it is a 12 lesson course. It's not one of those one hour webinars. It's an investment, and it is a big deal. And I've been working on it for over a year. So there is a lot of projects that I have started and I want to finish them. And so the idea of doing a podcast on top of all of that, I'm like, that's ridiculous. I don't have time. I had to cough. I had a dry moment, like a tickle in my throat, and I had to drink some water really quick. But that's one of the things that I would cut out if this was like in a video editor, or if I was to film this and upload it to my computer. I would try to make it look as seamless and flawless as possible. But because I'm doing this with my phone, I'm not going to be going through there and like, no, like that's the thing, is I'm trying to not worry about flaws or uh-ohs and hiccups. I just want to make my content and then just upload it and be done, because that is the fastest way. Like right now this video is at 20 minutes long. Is anyone going to listen to all this? I don't know, but let's say I made a video that was 30 minutes long, just talking, a 30-minute podcast. Okay, whatever. It would take me probably 10 or 15 minutes to set up, to have my big setup, 30 minutes of filming, and then however many hours of editing that I decide to take. I could try to do a quick edit, be done in 30 minutes to an hour, but if I wanted to be meticulous and really make it look just absolutely professional, I could spend like 3 hours to 4 hours editing. I can spend so much time editing because I'm majoring on the minors and I want to make it look absolutely perfect and flawless. And is that important though? I mean, like, is it really important? Because what if somebody was watching this video and they just decide to walk around their kitchen while they're cleaning or doing the dishes, and they're just listening to me ramble, or or maybe they have this on their TV playing and they just want some background noise, and they're not even like really watching or really listening. They just play this to have noise going on in their house, you know? So it's like why major on the minors? And why stress about the little things when I don't have to? So that's the biggest thing I've been trying to, when I've been thinking about starting a podcast, is it doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be flawless. And it really doesn't have to be edited. I could just make these and upload it and be done. And just see what happens. And so that's kind of what I'll be doing. Is I might be in my room every time. I might be outside. I don't know. But I am going to do my best to just make a podcast, talk about whatever topic it is that's on my heart. Like one of them being toxic relationships and things that I wish I had done differently and when I was in a toxic relationship, and warning signs that I wish I had paid attention to but I dismissed because that's probably not the case, and I wish I wasn't so naive. And I think I just was trying to talk myself into staying in a relationship because I was tired of being single. And it's really sad that we dismiss a lot of red flags because we just don't want to be alone. We don't want to be single. And I think it's really important to talk about those red flags and talk about things that you notice and address them, and don't ignore them like I did. And there's just a lot of things that I would like to talk about. So I'm just using toxic relationships as an example, but there's a lot of different topics that I have planned to talk about, and I just think instead of just majoring on the minors, trying to be perfect, trying to be flawless, trying to, do all this exercising, if you will, and burning all these calories, trying to go through all these steps to make a killer video, a killer podcast. It's like, I think right now I just want to just be real and raw and start messy, so to speak. I forgot to do start messy, the quotation marks. I think I just want to start messy, and I think I just want to start, period. I just want to start. And thinking about taking on a huge project like filming and having to edit that, I just think it's too much. And I think it would be something that I just wouldn't be able to stay on top of, and it would get behind. And I think if I just focused on recording with my phone and then just uploading straight to YouTube, all the hiccups, like where I had to cough and pause, the awkward car noise because somebody wanted to rev up their engine really loud in the neighborhood and freaking echo down the road. Like all those things I would have edited out, but it's like, I think I'm just gonna leave the flaws and leave the messiness and just start. It's like this is the best I got. It's not the best I got. This is the best I can do with the time that I have. And I'm trying to make it as easy and simple for myself as possible, but still allowing myself to upload the content I want to upload and put out the content that I want to put out there. So I think that's one reason why I haven't started on a lot of stuff, is because it's like, well, I have to have money to do that, or I have to have it looking just absolutely amazing before I pursue that. And I know that in my mind it's like I want to give the best. I want to do things with excellence because I know what I'm capable of. But at the same time, it's like I have to be practical right now. So it's like right now I have to do this in a messy kind of way. I have to do this in a way that's maybe not to par, or I don't do this at all because I don't have the time to really put into all this editing and having this huge setup or recording this or doing that. And it's like if I really want to do this, I just have to start and put it out there. And it might be messy, and it might be flawed, and it may not be perfect. It may not be as high quality or professional as I would like it to look, but it's content that I'm putting out there, and it's me doing something that I want to do. And I think that that's the point. It's me doing something that I want to do, and I'm putting content out there for people to see. So this is my introduction podcast video, if you will. I'm not good at introductions, I'm not good at outros, and I'm just awkward. So I just sort of start talking and then I just say goodbye. Still working on like what my sign off would sound like if I had one. So I don't really know. But if you made it this far into the video, thanks for watching, thanks for listening, and I hope that you will subscribe, like this video, all that jazz. And if there is something you would like for me to talk about, I know that you may not know me personally, but if you heard this video and you're like, oh, I have questions about this, or I'd like to know more about that, drop a comment in the comment section and I might talk about it in the next podcast video. But if not, then I'm going to talk about whatever I want to talk about. And so yeah, this is how I'm going to do things because it's free, it's easy, it's fast. I just upload, like I just record the video, upload it straight to YouTube, and go about my day. So anyways, so this is the way I'm going to be doing things for a while, until the foreseeable future. I don't know, but anyways. But if you watched, thanks for watching, and I hope you have a fabulous day. That's all I got. Okay, bye.